to become like Messiah. We have to learn, we have to be kind, compassionate. Where do you learn that from? Where do you learn that from? When God gives you people who you get nothing from them, you get nothing, there's nothing, no resource they can give you. There may not be attractive, they're low status, homeless, poor, whatever. And you're kind to them, and you bless them as much, you become a servant to them as much as if they were a king, then you're learning Messiah's compassion and kindness. When you bless the least of these, so you need a lot of the least of these. Don't complain about them. Courage. How do you get courage? By dealing with fear. When you're in a fearful situation, and you should fear, not so you should fear, but that you would overcome the fear. God allows situations where it looks like there's a threat or a danger, something going against you, and so you can therefore learn to take courage in God. And then when it passes, you're all the more strong in God. You know, when he calls the people for ministry, prophets, he calls them, what's the first reaction? They're usually afraid. But then God calls them to overcome their fear in order to fulfill the calling. And the same with you. If you're going to fulfill the calling, you have to overcome fear. You learn it in the sanctuary, not as much. You take it from the sanctuary, but you can't apply it so much. Otherwise, you're going to learn it most of the time when you're in a situation that looks dangerous in some way. Peter was threatened by the Sanhedrin. He was given a sentence of death. The angel takes him out of prison and then sends him right back to the Sanhedrin to preach again. What is he teaching Peter? You got to overcome. This is overcoming fear 101, including sharing the gospel with a stranger. For a lot of you, you can make your own situation because you're avoiding the situation that would give you courage. And that is to share the gospel with that person that you're not sharing with. With a stranger, share the gospel. Put yourself in that situation. Don't wait for a fearful situation. Overcome it there and do it for good. It's not a danger, it's your class. Every time you could share the gospel and you don't. Every time you are in the class. And if you don't pass the test. Pass the test, God will bless you. And you'll be led on, because when you pass the test, you advance. When you pass the test, you get moved to another thing that you didn't have before.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Hope of the World is dedicated to the goal of spreading God's Word and salvation to every land and people. We do this by spreading the Word throughout the world and sponsoring compassion projects to the most poor and needy around the earth. To get in touch or have a part in God's work, just write to Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Or go to hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821.